she used to go to the junior department at the Royal College of Music. And I used to go with my mum and dad supervisor on Saturdays. And I was 3 at the time, and I remember watching her rehearsing in orchestra, and I saw this huge instrument, and I thought, I want to play that.
I want the big one at the back, and you knew that at 3?
Yes,
wow.
And so I went to the professor there, Miss Daphne Bowden, who I've studied with ever since I started. I remember playing Blah Blah Black Sheep. She was helping me to play Blah Blah Black Sheep, and she said, you're too small, come back when you're 5. And I did, and I was studying with her privately when I was 5.
You can play something a little bit more complicated than Blah Blah Black Sheep now, can't you?
I hope I can, yes.
Do you want to give us a quick sample?
Yeah, sure.
Dreamy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dreamy stuff. Martin, what sort of help then do people like Daniel get from this scheme?
Well, the Music and Dance Scheme was a government initiative. It was set up in 1981, and its primary aim is to help identify people like Daniel, people with potential for excellence with music and dance, regardless of financial situation. So anyone who needs training can get training, and the money isn't an issue.
So when you say money is not an issue, it amounts to a cheque, a grant for hundreds or even thousands of pounds? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, up to thousands of pounds. I mean, there's a number of ways people can be a part of the scheme. There's boarding schools like the Purcell School, which Daniel was at, or the Royal Ballet, that's a boarding school for dance, that's part of the scheme. And there's a number of non-residential, non-boarding schools. So people can get dance training or music training, but staying within the formal education system as well.
And how do you get the money? Do you have to sort of audition in front of somebody, and then they decide whether you're good enough to get it? And can you use the money as you wish, or does it have to go in a particular area?
Yeah, it's a good question. Anyone can audition to any of the schools, and then the schools apply for the bursaries on behalf of the students, and the bursaries come to the schools, and we manage it for you. So,
Daniel, a harp is not cheap, is it? I mean, it costs more than £10,000, way more in some cases. Yeah. So what sort of help did you get from the scheme?
The biggest help I got was the funding from MDS, so that I could attend the Purcell School of Music, which is basically the foundations of my musical career. And they funded me for 7 years. So throughout my secondary school life, I was at the Purcell School, and I received world-class coaching from the Purcell School.
So you were at secondary school and you were learning how to play the harp at the same time?
Yes, and that was at the Purcell School. Right. So while GCSEs and A-levels are on the agenda at Purcell School, they also put a strong, important emphasis on music. And so I was able to immerse myself in making music, chamber music. I was given so many amazing opportunities to perform, and that's all down to the MDS.
There's so much young talent here in Britain. It's just a question of not really finding it because people come forward, but being able to, you can't really develop everybody, can you? That's the trouble.
No, we can't. We do a lot of outreach work to actually find what's going on there, and we teach teachers to identify these students as well, so they can bring us back to us. But I think the most important thing is that the students know the scheme's out there, and they go onto the websites and actually see what's available. We've got a new website out called the nationaldancecats.co.uk, and that's a fantastic website to... National Dance Cats, as in C-A-T-S, .co.uk. And on the front of that, it's actually a map splitting the country into regions, and it pinpoints you where your centres are, so you can actually click into that and get the contact details and names.
Brilliant. And meanwhile, there's this 2-day festival where everybody's going to be showing off their skills, and you can go to it if you want. It's called Sound Moves, Music and Dance, The Next Generation. It's on at the South Bank Centre in London tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank you both very much. There is another event that's going to take place in the north of England as well, isn't there?
There's a number of regional events happening. The Sound Moves is just one of a number, yeah.
So there'll be one in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, possibly?
North of England, not Scotland.
Okay, all right. Thank you both very much.
Get up there as well.
Yeah.
Wales and North Ireland.